Hey everybody, Dr. Oliver here for backintelligence.com, and today we're going to talk about the serratus anterior muscle and how to activate it. We're going to go over 3 exercises that are useful in doing so. If you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button to get access to videos as we put them out. So your serratus anterior is a muscle that comes off your shoulder blade or your scapula and attaches to your rib cage right here. If you look at individuals, sometimes you'll see really toned individuals. You'll see an area on their body right about here. Almost looks like serrated muscles. That's why it's called the serratus anterior, almost like little knives coming off. That's your serratus anterior. It's an important muscle, but it's also often weak and overlooked in individuals. If you see an individual on their back, you see the shoulder blades kind of coming off their back. They call that winging of the scapula. It's usually due to weakness of the serratus anterior, which is the muscle that keeps your scapula against your back or your shoulder blades. So if you see a lot of winging, that is particularly weak on that individual. You see a lot of individuals with shoulder dysfunction, even rotator cuff issues are weak in the serratus anterior. So this is a useful exercise for most individuals, especially individuals even sitting at computers. We tend to see a deconditioning of that as well. So we're going to go over a few exercises to do so. I'll show you on Leon where the muscle would be. Essentially, this is your shoulder blade on either side, your scapula. On the inside, underneath the scapula, the shoulder blade is where it attaches on the inside, and then it runs under the shoulder blade and wraps around to that serrated portion. So if you lifted your arm and you poked at yourself in here and along the rib cage, you'd feel it. So this is the muscle we're going to target. We're going to go over a few exercises. We're going to do one on the ground, and we're going to do one standing, and then we'll do one against the wall as well. So we're going to start out with the basic serratus push-up, or the push-up plus, some people call it. So you're going to get on all fours, and you can get your arms under your shoulders, and then what you can do is drop into the retracted position. So with your shoulder blades coming back like that, that's retraction. What your serratus anterior does is does protraction, which is to pull your shoulder blades around to the front. So as Leon pushes up through his chest, he's trying to spread this area apart. He wants his scapula, his shoulder blades to come down around his side as much as, so he wants to fill this spot. And then he goes down with that, lets the shoulder blades retract. And again, he's pushing up really hard through that chest to get his scapula to come down along your sides. Perfect. And you can do this, do sets of 10, 2 to 3 sets of 10. You may feel no resistance, but that's all right because you're just really trying to activate. A lot of you may find this very difficult to start to fill that void and get your scapula to actually do this. Over time, you can add resistance. And we're going to show you an exercise with a band in a second. Adding resistance can make the muscle work even harder. So try this exercise and see if you can get that serratus anterior and get that motion we're talking about. All right, so the next exercise we're going to go over is a serratus bear hug. We're using a band. So we have the band wrapped around his back here. So what he's actually going to do is as he reaches forward and through, he's going to come up a little bit to activate the serratus anterior. So I'll have Leon turn to the side a little bit. So again, we're looking at these scapulas. So what we want them to do is protract out and a little bit of that upward rotation there to get the scapula to do this. So again, you should feel that right in here is really where you should feel that. So we're going to just do sets of 10. 2 to 3 sets of 10. He has the band a little bit below his shoulder blades. That'll help with that angle to kind of get that upward rotation. And again, he's working on that serratus anterior. You should feel this along the side there. That's the muscle you're activating. So adding resistance, again, just takes it up to the next level a little bit with this. Good. So again, a couple sets of 10 of this. And as you increase the resistance of the band, you increase the workload. All right, so then the next exercise we're going to work on is a forearm wall slide using a roller. And again, we're trying to activate that protraction of these scapulas. So you want to feel these come around and slightly rotate up to get the pull through here. Again, there's no resistance to this, so you're not going to feel as much with that as you did with the band probably, but we're just trying to work on that upward rotation as we're rolling up and away. The roller really helps on the wall to really assist with this and get you that nice motion. Again, we're trying to feel the scapula kind of protract forward and roll up to get that nice clean motion. You want to be careful that as you go up, you don't over contract through your upper traps. You want to feel this stay relatively loose, and you should just feel the motion through your scapulas. If anything should feel good, you feel a little stretch even through your lats as you do this as well. So again, 2 to 3 sets of 10 is a good way to do this. And just try to see if trying these exercises, you can get some nice activation in your serratus anterior. And then ultimately, you'll add some resistance by adding more bands or weight type exercises as well. One little tip on this as well is making sure you're not going to arch through your low back that way. Some people will put 1 foot forward. You can do that as well, which can help prevent some of that. But again, the goal is not to be arching through your low back as you're reaching up. So you're really just concentrating on the motion coming from those scapula.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and share it with a friend. Also, we'd love to send you 3 posture correction exercises that we've done with Dr. David Oliver. These videos will help correct that forward head and rounded shoulder type of posture that we're all suffering from today. So if you'd like to get those 3 videos, there's going to be a link to get them somewhere here on the video or down below in the description. Go to that page, enter your email, and we'll send you those videos right away.